how did you find navigating life in those early days as like, well, what next?
Oh my God. I think you go through your life with a fresh set of eyes, and there is an anger to it. So I'm 3 years on from that diagnosis, and I would say life is only now starting to become my own, because, it was 25 years of living in the dark, trying to be neurotypical, trying to be normal. And then it was probably 2 years of almost regressing backwards. And now it's something that I talk about. Now it's something that I talk about to everybody. Whereas I didn't know, do I share this? Do I not? So now I'm actually in a place in my life where I'm actually accepting of myself, because the people that are coming into my space are actually liking me for me, and not the me that was kept in the dark before the diagnosis. So I think there is a period in time that everyone goes through that you think it should be this like big weight off your shoulders, and in a lot of ways it is, but it's hard because your whole framework for life is just, I don't know. It's taken some adjusting, but everyone does get there, I think. I think that does happen. Acceptance does start.
It definitely does. I think the issue is, like for me, I'm still pissed off about all the wasted years, right?
Yes.
Will I ever get over that? Probably not. I think that you're right. The thing about, and you talk about regression. So for me, that's almost a sign of dysregulation or putting your needs last and pushing yourself towards burnout. If you start to have these little regression periods, that's a sign that you've stopped advocating for yourself and your needs, right? Because when your capacity goes all the way down, you regress. That's just the way it is. But for having daily support needs, there's no diagnosis. And as you say, acceptance comes based on not only others buying in to this is real and you have daily support needs, which could be things, like you might talk about, relational things or sensory things or communication things or, capacity things, stresses and demands, different things, giving yourself neurotypical expectations when that's just ridiculous because you don't have that brain. These are the things we talk about, but it's also about you too. Acceptance comes from you embracing this really is me, and I do have daily support needs, and there are things I need others to buy into and accept, but I need to accept it too. Do you have any experiences of struggles of trying to, whether it's others, I certainly have it with others, but whether it's others or yourself, of buying into the fact that this is real and you aren't a superhero, you do have daily support needs, you aren't like others, and this is the reality, and, you embrace it and accept it. Is that a challenge? Was that a challenge?
I guess because I spent 25 years basically getting on with it,
Masking, suppressing, camouflaging.
Yes, yeah. I learnt to mask, and I haven't entirely learnt how to take that off yet. I don't know yet, because it's going to happen one day, but I don't know yet who I am without this mask. And so I've spent my entire life adapting to whatever anybody needs me to be. And so it's physically uncomfortable for me to say, fuck guys, this is really too loud for me, or I'm really overwhelmed, because I know that I can get through anything because I've been at the height of discomfort and I've still gotten through it. It's just whether or not you want me to be happy or not doing the thing. If you want me to go out for a night out and I really just want to stay in, because you asked me to do that, I'll do it because I can, I'll manage it all. Now, I guess, having moved over to Toronto, and there's far more people and noises and sensations constantly, I'm really having to be more alert to myself and my needs. And I wouldn't say that I've mastered quite yet the art of speaking up for yourself, but it's certainly, but it's certainly the direction that I'm heading, because I just, I can't keep doing this, even though I've shown to everyone that I can manage it. Like, I don't want to burn out every single weekend.
So you can't manage it, or you wouldn't melt down, shut down, or burn out,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have a diagnosis. So saying yes to everyone to
Right.
people please is part of being autistic, because you were born to not be accepted. You were born to be pushed away. You make me feel uncomfortable. You're weird. Go away. That's your experience, and therefore your default is people pleasing. In other words, your entire life revolves around doing whatever it takes to make everyone else feel comfortable but you, which seems like a pretty bullshit way to live your life. The second point I'd say is, and this is a serious question, if you had a choice, would you go into battle without armour? Would you go into
Absolutely
battle?
not.
Okay, so what the hell are you talking about, getting to a point where you unmask?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you you should fully unmask? No, you're in battle, mate. You need armour.
Yeah.
So unburden yourself of this idea that you'll ever be fully unmasked, because masking is good. Suppressing and camouflaging our traits isn't good all the time, but it's certainly good in certain times, because it's either you have armour or you get killed, right? So you have to keep that in mind. And
Okay.
the other big point to ask is, and this is serious, and you know, you'll probably, your initial response will be you'll minimise it. So that's cool, you can minimise it. What's the cost? If you keep saying yes and people pleasing, what is actually the cost? Not the minimising, the real version.
Yeah. I think the first word that jumps out to me is a pretty lonely experience, because there's no authenticity in those interactions. And it would be a public persona and a home persona, and yeah, it would still probably get me to the state that I was in as a child, of asking, what's the fucking point?
That's something you'll never get out of if you don't work this out.
Yeah.
There is no point. There is no point to life in your, because remember, your brain is stronger logically than emotionally. That's the autistic brain, right? So what that means is you're going to look at things logically, which is, I'm not suicidal. I'm just tired of life and would prefer to die. Now, people are going to go, well, Orion, you're full of shit, because, you know, I know psychology, but they don't know the neurotypical brain and the neurodivergent brain, right? So this is a great point in the cost. You talked about having two personas. That's minimising it, by the way. So, like, yes,
Right.
you're right. The point is, over a long period of time, continuing to do this, what will it do to your mental health? What will it do to your physical health? What will it do to your emotional health? What will it do to your ability to thrive in life and live life to the best of your ability? How will that affect you and your ability to do those things? Because remember, what you're saying is, I'm okay to use my wheelchair in the house because my legs don't work, but I'm just going to keep dragging myself around outside, because in the end, I can have two personas. Like at some
Wow.
point, your legs are going to wear down to just be bone, and you won't be able to drag yourself around anymore. So yeah, you can use your wheelchair at home and drag yourself
Yeah.
around outside, and that's great. Good luck, Alina. Go for it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
No,
Good luck.
that was perfectly put. Absolutely. I think you've really put things into perspective for me there, for sure.